Hi, it's Michelle Einstein Songbird Song. It's Veterans Day today. We say thank you, vets. Veteran defined: a person who has had long experience in a particular field. A veteran of 2 world wars. War is hell. I know that David Goggins fought in the war in Iraq. As a matter of fact, he was the bodyguard to the big head of the military over there. Thank you, David Goggins, toughest man on the planet. I just finished reading your book, Can't Hurt Me, about your story called Can't Hurt Me. Yeah, I just said that. You are the only person ever to be a Navy SEAL, an Army Ranger, and an Air Force icon in a single lifetime. You were the first to be entered in the Guinness Book of Records for doing 1,430 pull-ups in 17 hours. Can you imagine doing pull-ups for 17 hours? Ugh. These are superhuman accomplishments. You realize tremendous potential put in you by your creators, your mother and father. We thank them, your mother for her motherly love, the cookie jar, and your father for his tough love, his extremely tough love, the hard work ethic. From a young age, he started you. Without your parents' input into your life, you would not be where you are today. The role model for males who want to be all that they can be in the various fields of their endeavors. MCCS, Marine Corps Community Services. That's what that is. 10 Goggins-inspired rules to build resilience. Now we are mainstreaming clues to you. So we're going to give you a few of these rules. But then you can go to this site, the 10 Goggins-inspired rules to build resilience, and get the others. All right? David Goggins is a retired Navy SEAL and is the only member of the U.S. Armed Forces to complete SEAL training, including 2 Hell Weeks, the U.S. Army Ranger School, where he graduated as enlisted honor man. I'm going to put the camera on his book. An Air Force Tactical Air Controller training. An accomplished endurance athlete, Goggins has completed over 60 ultra-marathons, triathlons, and ultra-triathlons, setting new course records and regularly placing in the top 5. He first held the Guinness World Record for pull-ups, completing 4,030 in 17 hours. And he's a sought-after public speaker. Did I say 1,000 when I mentioned it before? Yeah. Oh, I gave it the wrong. It was 4,000. Oh, and 7. Wow, that's even more astonishing. And admirable and awesome. And David's a sought-after public speaker. Here is a list of 10 points Goggins has used to endure the hard times in his life. Okay, I'm going to give you a few of them, like I said, and then you can go to this website to get the rest of them. Number 1, look into the accountability mirror. Your biggest enemy and the most important conversation you will have in your life is the one you have with yourself. You take you everywhere. You wake up with you, and you can't run away from yourself. Look into the mirror today and ask yourself, are you doing everything you can to be successful, however you measure it? A father financially, a good daughter, a good Marine. Number 2, silence the noise. People have the woe is me mentality. Life isn't fair, life isn't easy, and you judge yourself, corrupt your mind, your internal dialogue. Life is a race against yourself and no one else. Once you silence the noise, you can start to grow and become better. Judge yourself and what you do by what you did yesterday. People will always be better than you at something. If you spend your time worrying about others, you miss out on the opportunity to get better today. Small incremental improvements over time accumulate into massive changes over time. Silence the noise and worry about what you are doing right now to get better. Number 3, get rid of the negativity. Listen to the people around and hear their message to you. Sometimes if you listen closely, they're not rooting for you. Distance yourself from the negativity. Listen to yourself talk. Are you on your own side or are you against yourself? Okay, so these are the rules we're giving you, and like I said, for the rest of the rules, just go to go to Marine Corps Community Service, 10 Goggins inspired rules to build resilience. For the rest of them, they are very helpful. Here we're mainstreaming clues to you. David says, my brain gives me power. I recommend the book The Source. She says the source is the brain, and she's a doctor, an MD, and a PhD. Her name is Tara Swart. I gave my book to Milton, that's why I don't have it to show to you. Another book I recommend is Discover the Hidden You by Dr. Miles Monroe. The Secret to Living the Good Life. This is an excellent book as well. And what else did David say? David Goggins, toughest man on the planet. He says, Can't Hurt Me, that's the name of his book. Master Your Mind. Defy the odds. That's what he says here. These I can't see, so I got this. I'm going to read it to you when I finish showing you this page. He says, transformation through suffering. I can vote for that. That's been the story of my life. So David Goggins says, to succeed, push yourself physically. Okay, I don't do so much. Well, I guess I do because I don't sleep that much. Now I've started sleeping more than I have gotten a lot of work done. Number 2, untap your potential. That's what this book is all about. Discover the hidden you is discover your potential. He's gone on. He left his body here, but his son is taking over, and daughters. And he has a body of work, of books, of videos, and things like that to give us what we need to know to untap our potential. Detest mediocrity. Number 4, stop caring what others think. Rona was so upset. I think she's Jewish because a black woman here who was wearing a hideously a wig that was very long, and it just looked so artificial. But anyway, this black woman told Father Tom that Rona called her a nigger. And I said, what do you care what they call you? What they say about you? Stop caring what others think. Rona's all stressed out because somebody thinks she calls somebody a nigger. What is a nigger? I looked up the word once and it said several meanings, but I remember one thing was lazy. What is the big deal about being called lazy? I don't understand. I'm going to think that through and do a video on it because people go crazy about the word nigger. They don't even, Rona said, I don't even like to say the word. It's just a word. It's not going to bite you. All right, number 5, hold yourself accountable. In other words, you say you're going to do something, do it. Take power over your own mind. Very important. Figure out your equation. Have a cookie jar. A cookie jar is what you think about that when you have victories. A cookie is a victory, something you succeeded at, no matter how small. His mother, they were very poor. At least the father didn't give them much money. They weren't that poor, but he didn't give them money, so. But she would somehow manage to keep cookies, different kind of cookies in the cookie jar. So he used that to help him through the tough trainings that he went through. Get strategic means have a plan. Don't just float through life. Number 10, do what is right. Isn't that wonderful? And then over here he says, take control of your mind. That's very important. And here he is, here. Look at his physique. And you know what? He did all that, the 4,000 pull-ups and going through Navy SEAL training and all that with a hole in his heart. Isn't that unbelievable? That's why they say he's the toughest man on the planet. And he was John Henry, my grandfather. And this was his wife. Her name was Mildred Kendricks. Her name is Melanie Spear now. She has appeared on Sesame Street, and she struts like a high fashion model. I think that's her calling, to be an actress on Sesame Street and to be a high fashion model. This is one of her sons, Lou Ranziger, who was Franz Schubert. She was Vivaldi. And he was also Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and poet Saint Mirabai. And she was St. Patrick. So this was his wife. Okay, be the light. I think that's all I need to say. I just want to say thank you for your service, David Goggins, and thank you for making yourself into an admirable human being, making God proud of you, the Most High God, the Son, proud of you, because you realized your potential, and you're still realizing it as a public speaker. And in the book, he was a firefighter, so I don't know if he's still doing that. He probably is in such demand for, I don't know, I can't say. I don't know whether he's doing that or not. But that's also very dangerous work. All right, so once again, happy Veterans Day. Yes, I almost said Valentine's Day. This is his Valentine. Melanie Spear. Okay, so long.